Alright guys, Cade here from Ready Set Cards, and today I'll be showing you how to play my game Violent Veggies. So yeah, I've been gone for a while, I'm sorry about that. Again, school and stuff, but also just been kind of not really onto this. I haven't got much shells recently of Violent Veggies, but I trust you there's some cool things coming in store, new expansions for Violent Veggies, and possibly even some more games that aren't just Violent Veggies, so yeah. Maybe some other stuff too, but for now, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so shuffle the deck here. Here's how you play. So, first of all, of course, separate your two decks. The shop deck, which is this one, has like shop deck and stuff, and then your regular deck, which just kind of looks like a piece of grass. So you can see that. Then get your tokens, open them. Doesn't really matter where you put them. Try to put them where the camera could see them. And you have two types of tokens. You have the coin tokens, which are of course for buying shop cards. And you get them in some cool ways. It's not focusing, but no deal for this for now. Then you have the damage tokens right here, as you can see. So now you're gonna shuffle the deck, but first, before you do anything with the normal deck, take the event cards out. These are in the color red and have a little globe symbol if you're like colorblind or something. Right here. So I'll put all 5 of these into the side. This is as a base game, so there's going to be more event cards later on. So just put all of these to the side. I don't really care about them right now. Then take your remaining cards and just shuffle the deck. I'm not really good at shuffling, so don't, but shuffle your deck. Put it down, and also shuffle the shop deck if you haven't already, and also put it down. After that, give 3 cards to all players. So take 3 cards from the deck and give them to all players. And since I'm just giving a tutorial, you get 3 cards in your hand. You can have as many cards as you want in hand, like as the game goes, but for now, you can start with 3. Put those to the side. Now what we're going to do is shuffle your event cards in. I like to shuffle them one by one, so that way you don't get like 2 event cards in a row, since they are pretty big and dangerous, and we'll get to talk about the type of cards. Right now, we're just going over setup. I'm probably going to cut this out, but maybe not. Don't know. Shuffle this in there. And boom. Again, shuffle the event cards after you have given all 3 cards to each player for their hand. Then we're going to do the shop deck. Put these to the side a bit. Put 3 cards face up below the shop deck. Scoot this to the side a bit. And this is the shop. Yeah, this is the shop, okay? So the shop, we'll get to in a second. Now let's talk about what you can do on the turn and the turn order. So whoever passed out the cards goes first, and then it will go clockwise. So it would go to your person to the left, and I'll be right. Alright, so we're back to the video. Alright, so as I said, here's what you can do in the turn, and it goes for clockwise after who goes first, which is the dealer. So again, we're just going to put these all over here. Kind of just keep these to the side for what you can do in your turn. So first of all, before we do that, of course, we're going to go over the types of cards. So let me grab each type from the deck. Of course, you've heard about event cards because I just told them to you. Let me get a better example of a tech card. This one's kind of complicated for new players. There we go. Okay, so you have 3 types of cards and the game Violent Veggies. You have veggie cards, which in the normal deck are green, as shown here. You know, it's dark green. However, you can also tell them by their heart and the sword. This is their HP, how much damage they could take before dying, and the sword, how much damage they could deal to other veggies and players. Since your goal of the game is to be the last player standing, we'll get to that later. This is the price, how much it sells for, and if it has ability, it will be right here. And of course, the name and the picture. Here's what an example of a shop veggie card looks like. It's in a lighter green, has a little how much it costs right here. So there's that attack, HP and attack, and the ability if it has one, which all shop cards currently have abilities. Or special abilities as they're called in the game. Then you have tech cards. These are identified by the little the tech symbol, like gear symbol, name, picture, what it does. So, and then the how much it costs. We'll get to how to use these cards in a second. Event cards. These cannot be in your hand. Again, we'll go over this second. You have that little globe symbol, red, picture, and what the effect of the event card is. And also, here's what a tech shop card looks like. Gear symbol, price, and the ability. Now, let's go over how to use these cards, or how to play the game. So, to start, you have actions you can do in a turn. You can plant a veggie card. So what you do is you put it face down below you. This is your crop. So we're just going to move everything to the side. So this is your crop. You can have up to 3 veggie cards in a crop at a time. So you can have up to three veggie cards in your crop at a time. Only 3 though. You can't go 4. You can do 2 or 1 though. So put these back and put parasitic mushrooms face down. After that, once you plant a veggie, it goes to the next player's turn, since you can only do 1 action a turn. We'll talk about the rest of the actions in a second. So you put it face down, and then once your opponent, after you, has finished their turn, you can put it face up. This is called harvesting, and place... Ooh, sorry guys. And placing it face down is called planting. So you put it face down, and then put it face up after your opponent is gone, is harvesting. So yeah, then you're able to defend with it. So let's say, we'll get to that part in a second. Then you have tech cards. You can use a tech card for your action during your turn. You simply just put it down, do the action. So this one says, search the deck for a veggie. Put it in your hand and shuffle the deck. So I get to search the deck for a veggie card of my choice. So let's say... I want... Try and get like a good example of a good card that people might want. Leaford. So I take Leaford, put it into my hand, then shuffle the deck. This is a bad example of the shuffle, but this is just the tutorial, okay? I'm sure you guys know how to shuffle at home. Then, once you're done using the tech card, put it in the discard pile. Some tech cards stay in play. For example, GMO2 here, which you attach to a veggie. How this works is, so this one, attached to a veggie, you simply put it under the veggie like this. Some other games kind of use this mechanic or like this kind of formation, so yeah. If you play other card games, you might kind of know how to do that. Then it gains 2 attack and loses -1. It loses 1 HP. So this goes from 2 to 1, so I can only take 1 damage before dying, but it does 3 damage now. Probably shouldn't use GMO2 on this card, but, you know, just an example. So, there we go. Put this back. And then, aside just plain tech cards, planting a veggie card, you can also, of course, just draw the top card from the deck. That's your action. You may not do anything else. Put that back. Yes, there's multiples of cards in the deck, as you probably saw. Now, what else can you do? Attack with a veggie. So how this works is, your goal of the game, I'm just going to say it right now. The goal of the game is to be the last player standing, like I said. Each player has 10 HP, health, or hit points, whatever you want to call it, just health. And so let's say, I don't know, you know, my opponent's right there. He has, he has no veggies on his crop. I say, I'm going to attack you with parasitic mushrooms for 1 damage. The player themselves takes 1 damage. So, yeah, you're trying to, and once the player, so it's at 10 health minus 1, they're at 9 HP. Once you get them to 0 HP health, or 0 health, whatever you call it, or less, they are out of the game and eliminated. And you're, of course, trying to be the last player standing. If they do have a veggie card, however, for example, turnip, let's say they have it in their crop face up, they are able to defend with it. So I say, I'm going to attack parasitic mushrooms for 1 damage. They get to choose the veggie they block with. So since it's only turnip here, they attack their turnip, and they're forced to choose a veggie to, you know, block it. They can't just say, I'm going to take the damage myself. So turnip takes 1 damage, and as you see, so it has 1 HP. It dies. So if a veggie is at 0 or less HP, it dies and goes to the discard pile. Just like tech cards or stuff like that. So, when a veggie attacks, you just leave it there until your next turn if you want to do something else with it. However, let's say it's the another card, like Leaford. Let's say you're attacking Leaford. It does 1 damage. It just takes 1 damage, so now it's minus 1, so now it's at 3 health instead of 4, has its 4 HP. But now it's 3 HP since I attacked it for 1 damage. Now let's say it's the other way around. He attacks me for 4 damage. This dies, and subsequently, you get to draw a card from its ability. So let's say you draw a card. However, what about the 2 remaining damage? Do not do anything with that. Let's just say, you know, it's at -2. You can only attack 1 veggie at a time. The player that's attacked gets to choose the veggie they are defending with. And excess damage doesn't go anywhere. Like, it doesn't go to the player or any other remaining veggies that they have. Now, what else can you do? Because there's a couple more things you can do. First of all, you can sell. That's right. How you sell, of course, you've seen this little price tag. You get coins. So you sell this. This does not count as the card being killed or dying. So, for example, you don't get to draw a card from this. So you get 2 coins. You sell it. So for a veggie card, you have to have it face up on your crop. So you discard that. You get 2 coins. And boom. This does not count. Selling and buying do not count as an action during your turn. If you want to say sell a tech card, let's say I did do that. You simply discard it from your hand. You may not do the action it says, and you just get 2 coins. Since seeds over here sells for 2 coins, just like parasitic mushrooms. Again, you can sell, buy, and then do your action. Now, you can actually buy a card from the shop. So let's say the shop here, you can sell and buy in the same turn, of course. So let's say I want to buy GMO2 here, which costs 2. I'm going to put these coins back to the pile. And I get to put this in my hand to get to use it for later, or now if I haven't used my actual action up yet. And yeah, so that's the actions and what you can do during your turn. Now, let's talk about some other things. I don't think there's much to talk about, actually. Okay, yeah, shop. So the shop, every 3 rounds, which is after everyone is played, you shuffle the shop deck in the deck and grab 3 new cards. 1, 2, 3. So you get 3 new cards from the shop deck every 3 rounds, which is after everyone has taken their turn. So, let's say, me and this player, boom, 3 turns, you get a new shop. No matter what. No matter if it's empty or full, whatever. Now let's talk about drawing event cards, since I surprisingly haven't talked about this yet. Let me just make up a scenario with an easy to understand event card. Okay. If you were to draw an event card, you must immediately play it and do everyone takes the actions. For example, Blizzard, the action or effect, whatever you want to call it, kill all veggies on all crops. You play it immediately once you draw it, because these cannot be in your hand. You play it, and let's say, I don't know, I had a really cool crop, me and my opponent did. Both, let me get parasitic mushrooms in the picture. All veggies die. And yes, abilities are still affected, so, you get to draw a card if you owned parasitic mushrooms during that. And then after that, the event card simply goes to the discard pile. And yeah, that's pretty much how to play Violent Veggies. I will check for more stuff in my rulebook here, which doesn't really explain it well. Oh yeah, also, if the normal deck runs out of cards, the player with the most remaining HP wins. However, if no one has taken any damage, it's just a tie. There's no tiebreaker after that. And also, you cannot sell shop cards as well, since it technically doesn't have a sale price. Let's see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or stuff, leave it in the comments. I might disable my comments due to the name of the game being, Violent Veggies. And for some reason, it doesn't like hearing that, and it will just disable all comments on my video because they think it's actual violence, when it's just cartoon vegetables punching each other. It's really stupid, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you guys next time. And have fun playing Violent Veggies. And if you don't know where to play Violent Veggies, go on thegamecrafter.com and search up Violent Veggies. There you'll be able to buy the game. The price is it's $38 USD right now. About like that, because of inflation and stuff. It originally was $35. Since the products are actually pretty pricey. And I only get $7 profit from it. So yeah, I'm trying to, not only, it's actually a pretty decent profit, I like to think. And when I buy my own sell locally, I get 10. But yeah, have fun playing Violent Veggies, and thank you for watching this video. And if these things are top secret. I'll talk about that in a later video, which will probably be coming down the road later. Actually maybe tomorrow, or today even. We're talking about the future of Violent Veggies. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. See you guys next time. Have fun playing Violent Veggies.